On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Be able to unsee that. So what you're doing is a lot of these broken relationships, you're taking them from person to person and they're compounding. And then you bring that new issue into a new relationship with a new guy that can then see all of your trauma and your issues. And then y'all start the trauma bond. But more importantly, he understands that you also dating multiple guys. And so he don't look at you as a chick that he would marry in the first place. Because why would I try to compete with another dude, especially if I'm a guy that's winning? Because y'all say y'all want all of these dope dudes, right? And if you get a guy that's winning, because we only get better with time, we make more money, right? Our peak earning season isn't until our late 50s, early 60s. Why would we settle for you instead of just keeping you on a roster, right? Mm-hmm. We have all the options in the world. You just you a moment. You are but a vapor in the air. We will hit it and don't even remember your name the millisecond after we get our post-nut clarity.
Because like deep down, people
you know how many women are married to men that are men's plan B?
Say that again.
I said, you know how many men married their plan B?
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily their plan B. I think it's the girl that was there at the right time. Like I asked you guys,
but every most men have definitely said they lost a good woman because they met her at the wrong time.
Yeah,
but then when he tried to circle back and try to get her back, he couldn't get her, so he lost the love of his life. So not to say that his wife is any less than plan A, it's just that is his plan B.
Yep. Well, I think men love like differently. I mean, I think men kind of love like differently than women. So like men can love more than one girl at the same time. So I think it's just kind of different.
Where did you learn that concept?
I was just talking to guys.
Did you learn it? Did you learn it from? Did your father also teach you that he loves more than one woman, or no?
It's too early, but that's okay. My gym workout was phenomenal. Before I went home, I decided to stop over at my mother's house. I haven't seen my mother in 2 months. I know she's going to be very surprised to see me. I can't wait. What the? I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The first thing I noticed was this person's skin. What is going on? Uncomplicated, untreated skin? Who is this guy? I had to take a step back, but then I realized it was my brother. But look at his skin. Have you guys ever seen anything like that? I had to take a closer look and figure out what was going on. Best believe I crept up on him. Peep this. I'm still looking at his skin, trying to figure out how did we get here. I could do nothing but shake my head. He could definitely use my help. I had to get to the bottom of this. He definitely needed some game about his skin. I'm just staring at it, like looking at it. Come on, bro. I knew what to do. I had to reach in my bag and get that Tiege Hanley. Uncomplicated skincare for men. Bro, this is why I'm excited to have Tiege Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. They have helped me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and the grime on your skin, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My brother was so excited. My favorite part about Tiege Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really make the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin easy. Shout out to Tiege Hanley. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description, and not only will you get Tiege Hanley for the best possible price, but they'll also give you a free gift with your first box. Click that link and get started today for just $30. Feel the Tiege. Let the Tiege force be with you.
Or did you learn that from experience?
No, it's just like talking to guys when they talk about like their ex-girlfriends and stuff. It seems like if a guy loves a girl like once, he kind of always does. I mean, not every guys are different, but no, my parents met when they were like teenagers, so they only loved each other
But
I
did
guess
your
they're,
dad?
I guess they're each other's plan A's.
Right. So your dad is dedicated to your mom, or is he loving on other women? Because you said
Oh
that
no,
men.
my dad doesn't cheat.
Okay, so men can.
I mean, he just married like the first, so they used to do that back then.
All right, let me get to. Hold on, let me get to Carmen, and then we'll get to the guys. Women should date multiple men at a time to explore their options. What are your thoughts, Carmen?
So I usually try to take the stance of not really taking a position of what women should do, but I would say as women, we should really consider how susceptible we are to conditioning. And when we condition ourselves to feed on validation from a variety of men, I don't think that those are habits that are conducive to our own devotion in the long run, right? So I think that naturally, kind of like Pearl was saying, I mean, we are more programmed to be attached to men more quickly, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think when we fight against our nature, that it negatively affects the outcome, right? So I think that a lot of the things that I sort of learned through a lot of the mistakes that I made was that I wasn't really, I mean, as cliche as it sounds, like I really didn't understand myself, right? So I didn't understand why I wasn't getting the results that I wanted, but it's because my behaviors were not conducive to the end result that I wanted, right? And not necessarily like going out, but just in interaction with men. I mean, I won't go into all of the things, but I think again, like if you have a rotation and do those things, I mean, if it works for that woman and she finds what she's looking for and she's fulfilled through that, I mean, more power to her. But just the creature that we are as women, I really don't think that's very conducive to our own long-term fulfillment, because we are quite literally programming ourselves to feed on multiple sources of validation, the same way with social media and things like that. It's like a microcosm of that same thing. We're interacting with men for different reasons to fulfill different needs. And I think that it ultimately may make it more challenging to be content with the validation of one man. And I think that also when we put ourselves in the frame of mind that the man has to earn us, that's also kind of operating out of position. Like, I know that some people maybe take a different opinion, but I think that as a woman, it is more properly our position to show a man our devotion and earn his commitment versus him earning ours. That's my take.
Okay. All right, let's start to get to the gentleman. Go ahead, Anton.
I wanted to hear what, I don't know if Coach K had went.
Yeah, I did.
Siobhan, did you go? You went too, right? Okay. Now, first of all,
when I was talking.
it's a lot of cap on this panel. B. Taylor, if you sitting here trying to sell us on the idea that you're not busting it open, when you talking to multiple different dudes, I'm not going for it.
You don't have to. I was celibate for 4 years. I know how to. I'm
So
very.
wait a minute. So you telling me that you was dating how many different dudes at the same time, and none of them was busting it open?
None. Because I wanted to protect myself. I had to learn the hard way to protect myself. So
all right, what did it so did you wind up getting married as a result of it?
Not yet, but I will.
So to answer the question specifically, one thing that I don't agree with and that women have to learn is y'all are not men. You cannot operate like a man. You are a completely different species. You are a completely different being. You got a completely different perspective on how it is that you're supposed to move, right? And so when I say that, the biggest red flag that I get is when women start to say, well, men do it, or isn't men like this, or whatever. Listen, I've never seen a guy that sit there and say, well, women do it, so I should be able to do it too. Mm-hmm. Why would you compare yourself and try to put yourself in the same frame as a man? That's A. B, a lot of times because women are more emotional and women are more nurturing, they can't help but to get attached. And when you see a woman that starts to operate with the same perspective as a man, that's the biggest red flag ever. It's the biggest red flag ever. C, when a woman is talking to multiple different dudes, it's inevitable that she's going to get attached to one or the other, right? It's the reason why guys care so much about body count. And it's not that they're going to sit there and ask you what your body count is, but you can't unsee all of the different experiences that you had with multiple different men, which is why men would prefer women that don't have or have never been with another guy, and why it's important a lot of times for women to get married early, because what happens is they start to, your body is built to take, right? And it changes every single time something enters it. It evolves every single time you have a new experience with a guy, and you will never be able to unsee that. So what you're doing is, a lot of these broken relationships, you're taking them from person to person and they're compounding. And then you bring that new issue into a new relationship with a new guy that can then see all of your trauma and your issues. And then y'all start the trauma bond. But more importantly, he understands that you also dating multiple guys. And so he don't look at you as a chick that he would marry in the first place. Because why would I try to compete with another dude, especially if I'm a guy that's winning? Because y'all say y'all want all of these dope dudes, right? And if you get a guy that's winning, because we only get better with time, we make more money, right? Our peak earning season isn't until our late 50s, early 60s. Why would we settle for you instead of just keeping you on a roster, right? We have all the options in the world. You just you a moment. You are but a vapor in the air. We will hit it and don't even remember your name the millisecond after we get our post-nut clarity.